to set up the tracker because after scouring some of the forums, I realized that we were kind of doing things not most accurately. So let's just kind of chip in and set up, and we'll go over like what to measure and how to set it up. But I thought the easiest way is just doing it instead of me being like, so you're gonna set up this part and do it there. So
you know what I bet would make life easier though, that with setting it up, is not hooking up the cords.
Well, we kind of have to have it running. So
oh, you're actually gonna run it. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We at least have to have the host because there's a file in the host where you like plug in numbers based on the measurements.
All right.
So if everyone wants to kind of get up.
Tiny room.
In the tiny room. Chip in. And you can help get stuff out, Andrea, but I still you don't have to measure since you already know. So let's do it. I think we said we do it over here because this outlet has a plug open. It's right in the hallway. I think we got everything. Can you, give me the power strip because they're not perfect? Yeah. It's just gonna happen.
So have you seen anything on forums about the host freezing up? It's been happening to me regularly enough that it's testing my patience.
No, I mean, you can just search on there and call them. I updated the software recently, so it shouldn't be out of date. So if you call them and they ask about that, they'll probably have you like tell them what version you have anyway. But
I bet that one is outdated. Did you update on both of them?
Yep.
Oh.
Like a couple weeks ago, maybe. I did the one y'all were using later because like it wasn't always in there, but I did do it at some point.
Well,
Kristen, I'm gonna hand this to you because I can't read over it.
Okay.
Yes.
Look, turn your back.
What? Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
I thought that was a start helping.
This is
I
Lily.
think it would be less helpful if I had. I agree.
So this is just like a normal thing. The other part is what we want.
Where's the seat? Plug over there.
Yeah, you can just put it in the power.
We have a video of Lily's back for the last 20 minutes.
Awesome.
Not 20 minutes, it was 2 minutes, maybe.
It's okay. Everyone can notice. We need to make a song that's like.
Say hi,
sounds
Andrea.
Like,
Oh, that was to Kathy. She's not going to appreciate. Well, she's not here. Wow. It was just to me. It was, Kathy's going to watch.
I knew she was watching. I just don't like footage of her.
All right.
She's gonna watch it.
Katie, say hi to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Lily,
I'm
meet
going
Kathy.
to stop forgetting kisses.
Christina, you've met
that's
Kathy
what I'm
before, I
saying.
think.
So,
No?
Scott, maybe you
All
can
right.
do this.
Kathy's the best.
What?
Hi, Kathy. We need to make a song that's like Dry Bones. That's like the host PC is connected to the. Because that would help you remember all the parts too.
Well, you're the one who writes songs.
Can I do that for hours?
Sure.
For real?
Oh, for hours. Oh, no. I think you meant like hours or something.
Using
No, I changed my mind on video.
Thank you.
Why don't you do your RTI rap for us while you're doing it?
Oh. I don't know. Okay, fine. So, it's going to be a little rusty in some parts.
That's okay.
Will Kathy get it?
Kathy will appreciate it. Yes, she will.
The AASP said we need a CompuVal, but our litmus is Akamseg Greshamet Al. I don't remember the sequence of it, if it's nag and Crockett next.
Right after comps, that just went right out of your
I think
head.
it's nag and Crockett said it needs more support. Plus your data show that scores aren't improving on the gourd. I remember all of it. It's good though.
It was very good.
Okay. Are we good?
Think
Think
so.
we're good? Okay, so let me give you guys packets. I probably need to make one more. I forgot that Christina was coming. Well, Scott's videoing, so he can't take one anyway. We have enough without Scott. So, this is the basic setup. And so really what changed was just the distances between the components. So you're still going to hook it up the same exact way. Do you have the tape in the...
It was over there.
Oh, was it already out, Katie?
Yeah, I did leave it out on the table because I knew we would need it, but now I don't know where it went.
Okay. All right, so Kristen, you want to measure?
Okay.
So if you guys kind of follow along while we're going, the first thing you're going to do is measure from the front of this. So just from the actual metal part to the center knob that's right in the front. Can you guys see okay, Christian? So you're going to measure to that, and that doesn't really change. We were always doing it 50 to 55, and that's still the same, so this is too far. And I think you should really do it more like 50 if you're having glasses. That's something else that I put in the pack. If you have some glasses, closer is supposed to be better for the angle. But we usually we're doing it right at 55.
Can I ask you off topic but related to this? The circle I've noticed on the host when you're looking at it now, is that part of the update that I just noticed a couple weeks ago. Now there's a red circle around the box that the eye is in, rather than in the past it was just a box.
I think there's just a setting. You can turn the crosshairs on and off. It might just be that. You don't think it was there before?
Do you have it on yours now? It used to just be the square.
I think it was always two parts.
Okay. I don't remember the red circle ever being...
Maybe they changed the color or something, so it just sticks out
that might
more.
have been. Okay.
Okay, so Lily, we just went over, you just measured between this, kind of the middle, the front of it, to this knob, and that just needs to be 50 to 55 centimeters. And that was always what we were doing anyway, so that's still the same. But what changed was how far the monitor is from this. Because we always used to do it where it was hugging, and I even remember us being oh, it just fits right in here. But that's not really what we want to do, especially if you're using this monitor. The other one we haven't measured. I don't know what it is with that, but because that's more square.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it relates to this. That one's widescreen, the other one's not widescreen.
Yeah, you still want to change the numbers, but it might not be as far back. That makes sense.
So are you working on a measurement between those two right now?
No. The only time you're going to care about this is if you're doing remote like Laura did, where you're not using this. And there, I'll show you when we go in the files, there's a special file if you're doing that where you do plug in this distance, which I don't think that...
After Laura's description,
Laura,
I hope none of us ever do that.
Yeah, but just so you know, when I talked to them on the phone, they were if you're using remote, make sure you plug that in. But otherwise, you just kind of make sure this is right and this is right. So the next part, so we did number 1. Number 2 is where the monitor size comes in. And so it goes into detail it's all about the trackable range and the visual angle. And you don't necessarily need to understand all of that. Just know that if this isn't far back enough, it might be outside of the range of what the camera can handle. So you can kind of see in the margin, we did the measurement for this wide monitor, but it tells you how to do it in the passage. So that's what y'all should do with the other monitor. but basically you just measure the distances and the dimensions of the monitor, and you can multiply it by 1.75. So you see like the measurement across is 47, so we multiply that and got about 82.25 centimeters.
So this is why you have the monitor a set distance between the chin rest and the monitor? Okay.
Yeah. So that 82.25 is what we need between here and here.
What if, I mean, I don't know if this happens all that often. I have some kids that feel like they can't see all that well. So what if you get to this point and the distance between that chin rest and this monitor is...
If they can't see it, then I don't think they're an appropriate participant for a thing where they need to see this. This is a normal distance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's, and I don't even think this is accurate. Do you want to measure and see how close to 82.25 it is?
And you said you didn't
From here?
worry too
From
much.
same place, but just to the monitor instead.
You didn't worry much about the angle, but in terms of, like, if that one did have height adjustments.
So, like, see, this is past 90 right now. Like, that's not.
Okay, that looks much more reasonable.
That's 80. That's 82.
So, height, does that have anything to do with your calculations? Like, if that did have height adjustment?
No, right now it just says, let's find where it says the actual thing. Do you guys see? Measure the distance from the subject's eye to the center of the screen. Oh, this is what it is, the length that it gives you. That's the visual angle calculation. But basically when we did that, it was what we did. You take this, just the one across and do it, and that tells you the distance away. The height you're going to enter in, because you'll see that in the file we put in what's the distance from here to the top of the screen, the display area, not the actual casing, but the actual display, and then to the bottom too. So it should be able to take those two and do what it needs to calculate the distance.
I feel like this should have come up sooner because we've always had trouble with like words toward the bottom of the screen being so close to the camera that they can't read them.
Exactly, and that's what it was saying is like this should not ever occlude
part
this
of the
because
monitor.
it should be far enough back. And then another thing we'll go over in a later step, their eyes should be looking toward the top of the monitor, not, and I think we always were setting it up like, look at the center and have them be at that level, but really they should be, when they're sitting here, when their head's in the right place, their eyes should be going in the top third of the monitor. And that wouldn't have been the case before when this is here.
Yeah.
It would have been more like this, you know, but now it's more level. Okay, so that was number 2. So measure the distance across and then figure out how far it needs to be away and then make sure it's that way. And then once we have it like that, we'll actually put in the exact ones into the file. So let me boot this up and we can look at the file together. Do you guys know how to start this up in the partition where the files would be instead of in the tracking program? Have you ever done that? Okay, so when you guys can come over here so you can see what it looks like. When you start it up, when you just push the button, it'll go to this screen first, as long as everything's set up right. It should go to this, and you choose which operating system. So this thing can either go into iLink, which is the normal part that we go, or it can open as just a PC in Windows 7. So that's what you want to do to get to the files that are on here. There's a way to get to them through DOS, but I didn't really figure that out, so I think it's just easier to do